Hi, everyone. Dr. Justin Golston here. And in the next installment of blockchain, IoT, and artificial intelligence use cases for Web3, we're going to start off with hotel booking. Now, within hotel booking, I believe that we're going to see non-fungible tokens have their place within hotel bookings, where you could actually, so a hotel could actually have a smart contract written, and each transaction, each NFT can be a hotel room written on a smart contract. So we have the smart contract on the back end, right? But then on the front end, which is the website that you're all looking at, that you all looking at now, or the website that you're looking at whenever you're trying to book a hotel, you can see all of the hotel rooms that are available, right? So you could go on to the hotel and then go onto the hotel website, and then once you purchase that hotel room, then you can have that smart contract put within your wallet, for example, right? So based on the due date, the checkout date of that NFT, then that actual NFT would go out of your wallet and then be transferred back to the hotel's master wallet, right? So we're going to see, I think that we're going to see non-fungible tokens have a place within hotel bookings. I think that that's going to automate the hotel booking process. Next, with charity, quadratic funding, as we talked about in the last video, will also begin to emerge in the charity space. But I think that most importantly, I know that within the United States we have a few issues in terms of where these charities and nonprofits spend or allocate their funds. Right. So the transparency of the blockchain is going to address some of those issues. They're not going to address all those issues, but they're going to address some of those issues. And once one organization begins to make all of those transactions transparent from a charity perspective, then those people who make donations to other charities are going to want the same. They're going to want the same transparency to understand where their funds are being allocated. So the transparency of the blockchain is going to have a place with it from a charity perspective. Car leasing, similar to hotel bookings, once you sign that contract, which is going to be a smart contract in the Web3 world, that's going to show who has leased vehicles. So it's going to add transparency to the car lender, if for example. But also once that lease runs out, then the ownership of that NFT can go back to the owner, the dealership, the car dealership. Now also this is going to also assist in collections. So if someone did not pay their car note, then we could actually write in a smart contract, once someone has defaulted on their car lease 3 months, for 3 months, whatever the agreement is, then that NFT can leave the wallet of that individual, and then either go to a collections agency, where that's going to give them a trigger to say, okay, all these NFTs we have to go collect on all of these NFTs, right? That's the trigger. So instead of having a department, to have all of this administrative work conducted, all of that can be automatic, right? Now, in terms of blockchain, as more people begin to use electronic vehicles, Then instead of putting a boot on a car where you can't drive it because you haven't paid your parking tickets, or because or instead of getting your car repossessed and towed, then if you have an electronic vehicle, that electronic vehicle can actually be locked, where the car would not be unlocked until you made a payment. So this could be, and that's where artificial intelligence or the Internet of Things could come in. So there's a number of use cases in terms of the automotive industry for the Internet of Things, for blockchain, and for artificial intelligence. But car leasing, that's going to have its own space within the Web3 world. In terms of law and legal, a lot of the fees, a lot of professions in law may go away in the coming years, because all of those processes, all of these signatures and things like that can be done via smart contract, right? So for example, I know we're going to get into the real estate industry later on, but you have lawyers that go through the process within the real estate industry of signing off on documents and things like that. But if the buyer and seller agree to write a smart contract to automate this process to save thousands of dollars of legal fees, those lawyers within the real estate space go away, right? And also within a legal perspective, artificial intelligence is going to have a place. There are benefits and drawbacks to that. I've done some research on this, of the place of artificial intelligence in the legal system. And because of certain things, there's going to be a lot of research, a lot of additional research that has to be done and conducted before we get to a place where we can depend upon or rely upon artificial intelligence. Now, some of those statements did sound negative, but on the positive side, within the law and the legal system, lawyers could actually leverage artificial intelligence to look at past court cases similar to theirs, as opposed to, trying to recall cases they studied in law school. So artificial intelligence will actually enhance the research and litigation process in some cases, but in other cases, there needs to be some more work to be done. In terms of forecasting, when we talked about supply chain, artificial intelligence is going to have a big impact in terms of forecasting, because from a organizational perspective, we can rely on, once again, demand sensing to enhance our decision making. From a weather forecasting perspective, we can look at artificial intelligence to understand trends to better forecast the weather. So forecasting is also going to have its place within the Web3 space. Cybersecurity, the Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence is going to enhance cybersecurity. Artificial intelligence is going to be able to identify patterns in certain spaces. Cybersecurity is going to have a massive role in the metaverse, because the metaverse is untapped territory. Those nefarious actors, they are developing a plan in the metaverse. I mean, we've seen it in the Web3 space in the past few years, where in DeFi, cybersecurity has been very important, because a lot of smart contracts are getting hacked. These hackers are looking for vulnerabilities, and then once they identify that vulnerability, then they can drain those smart contracts of those funds. So cybersecurity is going to be very, 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 very important in the Web3 space, especially within the decentralized metaverse. Healthcare. So healthcare kind of goes back in with supply chain, where we can track and trace all of the raw materials. We're able to track and trace all of these pharmaceuticals. We're able to fight counterfeit drugs. The blockchain was introduced in Europe during the pandemic, where they were able to track down counterfeit COVID tests by using the blockchain. Also, some organizations were using blockchain to track and trace the COVID vaccinations around the world. So once again, blockchain is already being used within the healthcare industry. Artificial intelligence. The only reason that we were able to find the vaccine for COVID was because of artificial intelligence. There was a study that came out that said the scientists, it would have taken scientists over 100 years to do the research that was done during the pandemic to find the vaccination, because they were able to leverage artificial intelligence. Okay, so once again, these tools are already being used within the Web 2.5 space. You could say Web 2.5 when we're talking about, those advanced uses of blockchain and artificial intelligence. Smart contracts, everything will be built. Most things will be, I can't say everything. Within blockchain, most things will be built on smart contracts. Smart contracts will have a number of use cases in almost every single industry. So one of the most lucrative roles right now in any industry is a Solidity developer. So Solidity is a language that Ethereum is written in. A lot of other layer twos are written in Solidity, obviously, because they're within the Ethereum ecosystem. So smart contracts, if you are looking to get into the Web3 space, if you are technical, if you're a computer science major, I would look into being and there's a number of different languages out there. Solidity, again, that's going to be the most popular, because a lot of these use cases are going to be developed within the Ethereum ecosystem. They're going to be written in Solidity. So smart contracts is going to power a number of these use cases that we're going through in these videos. IoT protection, so the Internet of Things. So yes, the Internet of Things is a part of Web3, but we also have to protect the data within these IoT devices, and that's where blockchain is going to be important. And then finally, for car security, the Internet of Things, as well as artificial intelligence, is going to be important for car security, primarily the Internet of Things. We're going to see more and more things that are integrated within car security, especially with electric vehicles, where you're going to see artificial intelligence. Right, that's happening now. Because you have autonomous vehicles with Tesla. You have the Internet of Things, where Teslas are pretty much pretty much run on the Internet of Things. But then also, I think that all of that data is going to be written to the blockchain, so that it's transparent to individuals within those organizations. So within car security, IoT protection, healthcare, all of these things we're talking about, IoT, blockchain, artificial intelligence, all of those things are going to be integrated, right? So there's a term that I refer to is integrated intelligent automation, right? Where all of these things are going to be a collision course, and all of these things are going to have a place and make up the world of Web3. That's all we're going to talk about, and we're going to pick up on the government. Until next time.